Alright, good morning everyone. We are here with break 384. This is a 25 Elite combo break featuring a 25 Elite hobby case as well as a 25 Elite Priority and USA Box. Our team list for today: Broncos, Joshua Cribb; Raiders, Micky; Bulldogs, Rod Staples; Sharks, Ben Smith; Dolphins, Tarren, Tairaki; Titans, Lee Marschall; Manly, Matthew Madden; Storm, Luke Hayes; Knights, Jai Thornton; Cowboys, Matthew Tidbury; Eels, Ben Charlesworth; Panthers, Jai Thornton; Rabbitohs, David Morton; Dragons, Tarren, Tairaki; Roosters, Ben Patterson; Warriors, Anton Tunnel; and Tigers, Jay Tobin. Alright, here we are, all set up and ready to go. We have our USA and Priority Box. We'll leave them over there till the end. Let's find out who our lucky case card winner is today. And number 39, Valami kick out for the Bulldogs. Morning, Ben. Let's go. Box number 1. Why YouTube's still so far behind. New recruit Matty Nicholson for the Raiders. Oh, fingers crossed, Ben. Let's go, buddy. I haven't hit a 1-of-1 yet. I need a golden ticket, so let's do it. Zio in the reps. Marquee, Jack Whiten for the Rabbitohs. Oh, parallel, Fletcher Sharp for the Knights. Sapphire Mojo, Jackson Purdue for the Cowboys. Number 1. Matthew Tidbury starting us off with a number 1 with the Cowboys. Nico Hines, parallel for the Sharks. Marquee, Joseph Atapane for the Raiders. Golden Marquee, Jerome Luai for the Tigers. Lindsay Smith, parallel for the Panthers. New recruit, James Schiller for Knights. G'day, Lee. Daliam Millie Elliott for the Roosters. Happy parallel for the Tigers. New recruit, Regan Campbell Gillard for the Titans. In the Masters Series for the Knights, Lehe Hopawate, parallel for Manly. In the reps, Jesse Arthurs. Come on, Titans, golden ticket. Black Young Guns, Max Plath for the Dolphins. Number 113. Reese Robson, parallel for the Cowboys. New recruit, Marky Mark for the Roosters. Vegas, Blake Brayley for the Sharks. Junior Paulo, parallel for the Eels. Marquee, Isabel Kelly for the Roosters. Daly M, Harry Grant for the Storm. Connor Tracy, parallel for the Bulldogs. Yeah, that might have been in the list the other day, Ben, to be honest. New recruit, Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. New recruit, Ben Hunt for the Broncos. Vegas, Xavier Savage for the Raiders. Keon Kolomatangi, parallel for the Rabbitohs. In the reps, Payne Haas. Ruby Mojo, Jermaine Hopgood for the Eels, number 43. Jermaine Isako, parallel for Dolphins. White Young Guns, Tane for the Warriors, number 27. Warriors parallel checklist. In the reps, Kira Dib. Patrick Carrigan, parallel for the Broncos. And that is box 1 done. Let's get into box number 2. Sanua Taruva, parallel for the Tigers. New recruit, Saitili Tupanua for the Bulldogs. White League sensations. David Fafita for the Titans, number 40. Tyson Frizzell, parallel for the Knights. New recruit, Carter Gordon for the Titans. Daly M. Isabel Kelly for the Roosters. Daly Cherry Evans, parallel for Manly. In the reps, Golden Marquee, Ali Brigginshaw for the Broncos, number 67. Jack Whiten, parallel for the Rabbitohs. New recruit, John Bateman for the Cowboys. In the Masters Series for the Kangaroos, Daniel Saifiti, parallel for the Dolphins. Xavier Coates in the reps. Ruby Mojo, Cameron McInnes for the Sharks. Joe Offengowie, parallel for the Eels. Shanice Parker in the reps. Pink Diamond, Zali Fay for the Eels, number 6. Storm parallel checklist. New recruit, Zach Lomax for the Eels. Vegas, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck for the Warriors. Jaden Sewer, parallel for the Dragons. Marquee, Keezy Apps for the Tigers. Dally M, Jack Bostock for the Dolphins. Keanu Kinney, parallel for the Titans. New recruit, Jamie Humphries for the Rabbitohs. White Young Guns, Liam Eason for the Sharks, number 14. Ethan Strange, parallel for the Raiders. Marquee, Tommy Dearden for the Cowboys. Sam McIntyre, parallel for the Cowboys. New recruit, Asaya Papali'i for Panthers. 2 packets left for our second box. Vegas, Cameron McInnes for Sharks. Sandon Smith, parallel for the Roosters. In the Gillaroos, Millie Elliott in the reps. Alright, another box is done. New recruit, Marky Mark for the Roosters. New recruit, Adam Fanua Blake for the Sharks. Vegas in the Gillaroos, Tamika Upton. Ryan Pappenhausen, parallel for the Storm. In the reps, Mitchell Moses. Marquee, Herbie Farmworth for the Dolphins. Valentine Holmes, parallel for the Dragons. Emerald Mojo, Sandon Smith for the Roosters. Number 8. Jermaine Hopgood, parallel for the Eels. Marquee, Abby Church for the Eels. Spotlight patch, number 19, Stefano Utoikamanu for the Storm. He's got Storm, Luke Hayes. Jacob Preston with the Bulldogs. New recruit, Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. In the Blues for the Masters Series. Parallel, Chance Nico Klockstad for the Warriors. Romy Atitzel in the reps. Vegas, Nathan Cleary for Panthers. Ben Hunt, parallel for the Broncos. Jake Trbojevic, Ruby Mojo. Number 1 for Manly. There's 2 number 1s for the break. Corey Horsburgh, parallel for the Raiders. New recruit, James Schiller for the Knights. Gerald Skelton, parallel for the Tigers. Marquee, Stephen Crichton for the Bulldogs. 2 number 1s for the break. He's also now seen another number 1 of 1. Dally M, Eliza Katoa for Storm. James Schiller, parallel for the Knights. New recruit, Ben Hunt for the Broncos. White Young Guns, Chevy Stewart for the Raiders. Number 110. Rabbitohs parallel checklist. Five packets left for the box number 3. New recruit, Stefano Utoikamanu for the Storm. Dally M, Samaima Torfa for the Raiders. Regan Campbell-Gillard, parallel for the Titans. In the reps, Josh Kerr. Isabel Kelly in the reps for Jillaroos. Pink Diamond, Keely Joseph for the Broncos. Number 41. Isaiah Katoa, parallel for the Dolphins. Alright, box number 4. New recruit, Kuli Kefu for the Dolphins. New recruit, Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Parallel, Tommy Dearden for the Cowboys. Marquee, Liam Martin for Panthers. New recruit, Carl Lawton for the Cowboys. Jackson Ford in the Vegas for Warriors. Dolphins parallel checklist. In the reps, Dylan Edwards for Panthers. Luck League Sensations, number 23 for the Dragons. Dragons and Dolphins for the Raz win. Roosters parallel checklist. New recruit, Hohepa for the Sharks. In the Blues for the Masters Series, Xavier Coates, parallel for Storm. In the reps, Jessica Surgis. The packet was already open. Vegas, Tiana Penatani for the Jillaroos. Tyrell Sloan, parallel for the Dragons. Ruby Mojo, Terrell May for the Tigers. number 42. Ali, parallel for Warriors. New recruit, Jazz Tavega for Manly. Sapphire Mojo, Alexander Brimson for the Titans. Number 2. Reece Walsh, parallel for the Broncos. Marquee, James Tedesco for Roosters. Dally M, Isaiah Yo for the Panthers. Kale Iro, parallel for the Sharks. Dally M, Olivia Koenig for the Roosters. Reed Marnie, parallel for the Bulldogs. Keely Joseph in the reps. New recruit, Sanua Taruva for Tigers. White Young Guns, Lehe Hopawate for Manly, number 46. Isaac Tago, parallel for Panthers. In the reps, James Fisher-Harris. Pink Diamond, Brooke Anderson for the Sharks, number 37. Amoli Olika-Atu, parallel for Manly. Marquee Payne Haas for the Broncos. Zach Lomax, parallel for the Eels. And that's box number 4, done and dusted. In the reps, Yasmin Clydesdale. Emerald Mojo, number 7. Isaac Tago for Panthers. Marky Mark, parallel for the Roosters. New recruit Adam Fanua Blake for the Sharks. Saratoga Tuki, pink diamond for the Tigers, number 15. Jerome Hughes, parallel for Storm. Marquee Zach Lomax for the Eels. New recruit Daniel Saifiti for the Dolphins. Vegas Dane Laurie for Panthers. Dragons parallel checklist. Seen a super boot unnumbered, unstickered come out of a packet. That was a new one. New recruit Stefano Utokumanu for the Storm. Tarren Aiken Vegas for the Jillaroos. Bulldogs parallel checklist. In the Blues for the Masters Series. Bo Fermor parallel for the Titans. In the Reps, Ben Hunt. Jamal Fogarty parallel for the Raiders. Marquee Valami kick out for the Bulldogs. Dally M Stephen Crichton for the Bulldogs. Parallel Luke Brooks for Manly. Marquee Big Tino for the Titans. Parallel Adam Pompey for the Warriors. New recruit for Manly. Dally M Kimberly Hunt for the Dragons. Adam Reynolds parallel for the Broncos. And in the Blues, number 46, we have a Masters Series signature. And that'll be randomized with the rest of the Masters Series cards at the end of the break. Beautiful. Jesse Aramian parallel for the Sharks. New recruit Jerome Luai for the Tigers. Ruby Mojo for the Roosters. Angus Crichton, number 44. Zayo, parallel for Panthers. New recruit, James Fisher-Harris for the Warriors. JC in the reps. Asai Yongi for the Eels in the Young Guns, number 112. Get in there. Parallel Scott Drinkwater for the Cowboys. And last packet for the box. In the reps, Kennedy Sherrington. Alright, box number 6. Marquee Tiana Penatani for the Sharks. Jesse Arthur's parallel for the Broncos. New recruit Ethan Sanders for the Raiders. Dally M. Tiana Penatani for the Sharks. Cameron McInnes, parallel for the Sharks. Marquee Dally Cherry Evans. Vegas Corey Horsburgh for the Raiders. Tairaki Whaitawaka, parallel for Titans. New recruit Clinton Gufferson for the Dragons. Vegas Dylan Edwards for Panthers. Luke Metcalf parallel for the Warriors. In the reps, Lauren Brown. Excuse me. New recruit Jamie Humphries. In the Blues for the Masters Series, Joseph Tarpane parallel for the Raiders. In the reps, Angus Crichton. Parallel Jerome Luai for the Tigers. New recruit Carter Gordon for the Titans. Pink Diamond, number 10, Lily Ann White for the Knights. Jake Jovovich, parallel for Manly. Marquee, Clinton Gufferson for the Dragons. Dally M, Tommy Dearden for the Cowboys. Reuben Cotter, parallel for the Cowboys. New recruit Asaya Papali'i for Panthers. White Young Gun Lachlan Galvin for the Tigers, number 37. Angus Crichton, parallel for the Roosters. In the reps, Kalen Ponga. Ruby Mojo, Marcelo Montoya for the Bulldogs, number 19. Bulldogs parallel checklist. Jillaroos in the reps, Julia Robinson. Golden Marquee, Joseph Tarpane for the Raiders, number 44. Eliza Katoa, parallel for Storm. 2 packets left for the box. New recruit Zach Lomax for the Eels. Black Young Gun Lachlan Galvin for the Tigers, number 5. And parallel Jacob Little for the Dragons. Let's go. New recruit Regan Campbell-Gillard for the Titans. Vegas, Jamal Fogarty for the Raiders. Tommy Turbo, parallel for Manly. Marquee, Jamie Chapman for the Titans. Dally M, Stephen Crichton for the Bulldogs. Will Warbrick, parallel for the Storm. New recruit, Asaya Yongi for the Eels. White Young Guns, Marky Mark for the Roosters. Parallel, Lachlan Ilias for the Dragons. New recruit, Matty Nicholson for the Raiders. In the reps, Reece Walsh. Number 1. What is it? Mawaki Fotuaika for the Titans. He's good. $39. Cheers, Ben. Big Tino, parallel for Titans. New recruit, Lewis Dodd for the Rabbitohs. Golden Marquee, Jack Whiten for the Rabbitohs. Number 41. Matthew Tomoko, parallel for the Raiders. Marquee, Dallin Latine Zalesniak for the Warriors. Vegas, Braden Trindle for the Sharks. Adam Dewey, parallel for Tigers. New recruit, Marcelo Montoya for the Bulldogs. In the Kangaroos for the Masters Series, Jacob Saifiti, parallel for Knights. Gillaroos to make Upton in the reps. Parallel Jamie Humphries for the Rabbitohs. In the reps, Lily Ann White. Ruby Mojo. Corey Pay for the Broncos, number 8. Cowboys parallel checklist. New recruit Blaze Tairaki for Panthers. Golden Age, number 52 for the Raiders. Spencer Lanu, parallel for the Roosters. Dally M, Shannon Mato for the Titans. Tommy Turbo in the reps. Marquee, Big Papa for the Raiders. Nathan Cleary, parallel for Panthers. Alright, box number 7 done and dusted. Before I do that, guys, I'm just going to go grab a drink. Give me 2 seconds. That's a bit better. Alright, let's go. Box number 8. Bring the chat back up. Dally M, Jerome Hughes for Storm. Max Plath, parallel for the Dolphins. New recruit, Chad Townsend for the Roosters. Open. White Young Guns, Sione Finau for the Dragons, number 107. Eels parallel checklist. In the reps, Bree Chester. Sapphire Mojo. Adam Dewey for the Tigers. Number 27 of 27. Bellamy kick out. Parallel for the Bulldogs. New recruit Lazarus for Storm. Dally M. Stacey Awaka for Broncos. David Fafita, parallel for Titans. In the reps, Tarren Aiken for Jillaroos. New recruit, Clinton Gufferson for the Dragons. Black Young Guns. Marky Mark for the Roosters, number 86. RTS parallel for Warriors. Marquee Jesse Southwell for the Knights. New recruit Ethan Sanders for the Raiders. In the Knights for the Masters Series, Braden Trindle, parallel for the Sharks. In the reps, Zach Lomax. Parallel, Paul Alamotti for Panthers. Vegas, Isaiah Yo for Panthers. Dream Buller, parallel for the Tigers. In the reps, the Hammer. A Ruby Mojo, Jacob Saifiti for the Knights, number 6. Leo Thompson, parallel for the Knights. New recruit Shabbaz for the Broncos. Golden Age, number 50 for the Dolphins. Got Tyrone Munro in the parallel for Rabbitohs. Marquee Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. Xavier Savage, parallel for the Raiders. New recruit Matt Arthurs for the Knights. Marquee Tommy Turbo for Manly. A Vegas Hudson Young for the Raiders. Selwyn Cobbo parallel for Broncos. Alright, let's go box number 9. Vegas, Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Harry Grant, parallel for Storm. Marquee, Ali Brigginshaw for the Broncos. Dally M, Jerome Hughes for Storm. Sebastian Chris, parallel for the Raiders. New recruit Matt Arthur for the Knights. White Young Guns, Blake Moser for the Broncos, number 39. Tigers, parallel checklist. New recruit Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Dally M, Keely Davis for the Roosters. Jackson Purdue, parallel for the Cowboys. Quincy Dodd in the reps. In the reps are the Brigginshaw for the Jillaroos. Marquee Bradman Best for the Knights. Parallel Teddy for the Roosters. Parallel Kalen Ponga for the Knights. New recruit Shabbaz for the Broncos. Sapphire Mojo Zach Lomax for the Eels, number 1. There's the third one in the case. Dry Arrow, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Marquee, Latrell Mitchell for the Rabbitohs. G'day, Alex. Golden Marquee, Dally Cherry Evans for Manly, number 78. Tom Gilbert, parallel for the Dolphins. New recruit, Chad Townsend for the Roosters. In the Kangaroos, the Master Series, Ryan Madison for the Eels. As we speak, Ben is trying to manifest the 1-1. That's been his goal since we started. Harry Grant in the reps. Gillaroos, Jessica Surgis. Marcelo Montoya, parallel for the Bulldogs. Jamie Chapman in the reps. White League Sensations, number 67. Scott Drinkwater for the Cowboys. Clinton Gufferson, parallel for the Dragons. New recruit, Lazarus for the Storm. Ruby Mojo, Cowboys checklist, number 9. AJ Brimson, parallel for the Titans. The last packet for box number 9. New recruit, Hohepa for the Sharks. Alright, box number 10, last box of the case. New recruit for Manly. Well, we're not hitting one in the case, but we do still have the USA and the priority box that we may hit one. White Young Guns, Tony Francis for the Titans. 169. Corey Pay, parallel for the Broncos. Jack Whiten in the reps. Sapphire Mojo. Another number 1. Matthew Tomoko for the Raiders. That's 4 number 1s in the same case. Blake Brayley, parallel for the Sharks. New recruit, Jerome Luai for the Tigers. Vegas, Chanel Harris Tavita for the Warriors. Liam Martin, parallel for Panthers. Marquee, Cameron Munster for Storm. Golden Age, number 56 for the Cowboys. Alright. Manly parallel checklist. New recruit, James Fisher-Harris for the Warriors. Knights in the Masters Series. Murray Tairaki, parallel for the Cowboys. In the reps, Zali Faye for the Eels. Dominic Young for the Roosters. New recruit, Saitili Tupanua for the Bulldogs. Funporium hit the Titans golden ticket a couple of weeks ago. There you go. Dally M, Julia Robinson and Sheridan Gallagher. Knights parallel checklist. In the reps, Patrick Carrigan. Marquee, Ruben Cotter for the Cowboys. Jai Gray, parallel for the Rabbitohs. New recruit, John Bateman for the Cowboys. Vegas, Adam Fanua Blake for the Sharks. Jeremy Marshall King, parallel for Dolphins. In the reps, Avania Elite Ruby Mojo, Cody Walker for the Rabbitohs, number 43. Dylan Brown, parallel for the Eels. New recruit, Daniel Saifiti for the Dolphins. And Raiders, number 42 in the Spotlight booklet. Stephen Crichton, parallel for the Bulldogs. Micky, Apasai Carousel for the Tigers. And last but not least for the case, Dally M, Herbie Farmworth for the Dolphins, as well as Mitchell Barnett parallel. Well, let's get them out of the way. And we'll get stuck into our USA. Pink Diamond, Tarren Aiken for the Roosters, number 51. Herbie Farmworth, parallel for the Dolphins. New recruit, Hohepa for the Sharks. Dally M, Olivia Koenig for the Roosters. Titans parallel checklist. In the reps, Josh Kerr. New recruit, Shabbaz for the Broncos. Super Boot, number 51. Oh, get out of there. Kalen Ponga for the Knights. Adokar parallel for the Eels. Marquee, Big Papa for the Raiders. Oh, get open. Golden Age. Number 51 for the Panthers. Matt Burton, parallel for the Bulldogs. Stars and Stripes, number 21. Tommy Dearden for the Cowboys. New recruit, Chad Townsend for the Roosters. In the Blues for the Masters Series, Wade Egan, parallel for the Warriors. In the Reps, Aromi Atitzel. Vegas, Julia Robinson for the Gillaroos. Broncos, parallel checklist. Dali M, Alafiana Khan Piera for Titans. Jack Cogger, parallel for the Knights. New recruit, Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Wade Egan, Vegas for the Warriors. Cameron Munster, parallel for Storm. In the Reps, Mitchell Moses. Marquee, Jesse Southwell for the Knights. Damien Cook, parallel for the Dragons. Ruby Mojo, Braden Trindle for the Sharks, number 3. Excuse me, Big Papa, parallel for the Raiders. Stars and Stripes, Clinton Gutho for the Dragons, number 18. New recruit, Lazarus for Storm. Sapphire Mojo, number 7. Lachlan Galvin for the Tigers. Terrell May, parallel for the Tigers. Marquee, Payne Haas for the Broncos. New recruit, Matt Arthur for the Knights. White Young Guns, Lehe Hopawate for Manly, number 165. Cody Walker, parallel for the Rabbitohs. In the reps, Isabel Kelly for Gillaroos. Alright, last box is our priority. New recruit Jazz Tavega for Manly. Vegas Xavier Savage for the Raiders, parallel Nathan Cleary. Isaiah Yo in the reps. Priority marquee, Kalen Ponga for the Knights, number 7. Tommy Turbo, parallel for Manly. New recruit Sanua Taruva for Tigers. Dally M. Herbie Farmworth for the Dolphins. Cowboys parallel checklist. Payne Huss in the reps. A Ruby Mojo, Cody Walker for the Rabbitohs, number 11. Spencer Lenu, parallel for the Roosters. New recruit Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Pink Diamond, Olivia Higgins for the Knights, number 53. Will Warbrick, parallel for the Storm. Yeah, right. We've literally parallel in between them. Number 11 and number 43. Priority marquee, Reece Welsh for the Broncos, number 12. Daly M, Julia Robinson, and Sheridan Gallagher. There we go. One each for Knights and Broncos. Lachlan Ilias, parallel for the Dragons. Parallel Dolphins checklist. New recruit Hohepa for the Sharks. I'll just get open. White Young Guns in the priority. Chevy Stewart for the Raiders. Big Tino, parallel for the Titans. In the reps, Kira Dib. Golden Marquee for the Eels, Mitchell Moses, number 60. Matthew Tomoko, parallel for Raiders. In the reps, Jesse Arthurs. New recruit Lazarus for Storm. Black Young Guns. Number 88, Jacob Laban for Warriors. Adam Dewey, parallel for Tigers. 4 packets are left. Priority Marquee, Latrell Mitchell for the Rabbitohs, number 35. Vegas, Tarren Aiken for the Gillaroos. Jacob Saifiti, parallel for the Knights. New recruit Matt Arthur for the Knights. And in the Masters series for the Knights, as well as Jamie Humphries, parallel for the Rabbitohs. And that's the end of that. 4 number 1s in our hobby case. That's a pretty big case, as well as a spotlight booklet. I don't think we've seen one of them for a little while. And we also have our Blues Masters Series SIG. So let's randomize our Gillaroos cards as well as our Masters Series cards. Blues SIG number 46. So we'll do them together. We did hit 2 of the Julia Robinson and Sheridan Gallagher Daly M's, so we'll put 1 each for Broncos and Knights. Alright, let's go and randomize these two lots. Thank you to everyone that has joined us for the live break. Let's change screens. There we go. This is for the Gillaroos, 3 times around the merry-go-round. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Jai Thornton with the Knights. Let's refresh. Chuck everyone in and go 3 times again. Number 1, number 2, and lucky last, number 3. Tarren Tairaki with the Dolphins. First break she's been in with a Raz win. So congratulations to Tarren on that. And thank you to everyone else for being a part of it. Don't forget to check out the Titans Raz break 393, another 25 Elite Super Break, as well as the 25 Elite Combo Breaks like the one we did today that are still up and have a few teams left. Alright guys, that's it for me. I will catch you